Getting all my stuff ready so that I'm ready to go. I'm going to try my hand out at another little emoji. Oh, my hair is flying out. My regrowth is bad from the COVID. Okay, let's see. Yay. Whew. Welcome back, everybody. I'm sorry, I'm using this as a mirror while y'all clock in. It's still early. I don't know why these particular pintail combs are not as good. When you look, you can't, it doesn't even feel like it's combing. Huh? Oh. Katie. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You didn't even touch it, but I was just like, oh God.
Oh Lord. Extensions are coming out. Okay, 12 people are ready, showing up for class. Perfect. It's that time of day. Get a little sleepy. I was just telling Katie that last night when we left the school, Lauren and I got home and she had me, we ran 3 miles in 37 minutes. Sorry, Monica, no. Any weather brewing near any of you that are at home or in different places? Katie's been looking here at the Doppler and a few moments ago, and it looks like it is brewing away, but we're not real. Oh gosh, just saying the word yawn. Did y'all know that just reading the word yawn, saying the word yawn, it's sunny there in Leander? Yeah, you're getting ready to get it. Katie and I have been looking. We're all going to get it. I think maybe, between 6 and 9.
6 and 9
in Lexington, it's getting, oh, yeah. So, see, they said in Lexington. So, Amy, do you live in Lexington? I didn't realize that. Lots of good people from that area. My parents only live, gosh, I grew up only 15 minutes from Lexington. If you know where Nowak is, it's a small little town there, but you can get your way through Lexington. I used to work there in a little restaurant called Nowak. Oh, you're in Nacogdoches, and it's super pretty. Yeah, Nacogdoches, that's going to be closer to San Antonio, right?
I think
so. Yeah, small little town. Love it. I've had some. Vicki A., you're in Nowak. Really? I didn't know you're in Nowak. Oh, wow. Vicki A.'s in Nowak? Mm-hmm. I thought she was Burnett. Huh. East. Oh, right. Yes, by Louisiana. That's right. Okay. Gosh. And it's real pretty there right now. Well, I think we're all going to get it. We can talk about that tomorrow when we're live at 9 o'clock. Let's see. We are 3 o'clock on the dot. Here we go. Got your pen and paper out? Okay, just so you know, Katie has already sent the last assignment for your 4 to 5 o'clock hour. And oh, I got you, Vicky. Cool. So check your email in a moment. Okay, y'all got it. So the what that is I think it was 3 photos of the nail. So not only do we have the structure of the skin, like on our face and body and stuff, but we also have structures on the nail plate and in the nail plates, very few and a lot easier than the skin. So all I want you to do on that one is draw the 3 pictures. Try to draw them on your own or trace them or something. Don't just print them, because printing them really doesn't equate to getting an hour's worth of education, does it, Katie?
Nope.
No. So if you can, please, all you're going to do is just draw the structure of it. Draw those pictures as they are on a large piece of paper. We're going to label them tomorrow together and go over the parts and the structure of the nail. Yay. So we'll be getting structures of the skin, structure of the nail. And so all of that will then be on your state board, and we'll go over some more state board questions that pertain to the nail that people would see on their tests on all 3 courses. So sound good? So do that. Turn that in at 5 o'clock today, along with your multiple choice questions. How was the multiple choice questions? Were they difficult? Were they easy? Having studied the past couple of days together, did you find them easier to answer because we went through it with a microscope together? Or did you still find a few of them kind of confusing and subjective? Just curious. Give me some chat. Pretty easy? Okay. Confusing? Yeah. You see what I mean about the wording? And still kind of hard, but a lot easier since we went through it. Yes. Some of them are easy, some confusing. I'm going to give you all the answers to those tomorrow. And Monica had a good question on the chat. So that'll be part of your drawing. So if you're sitting there and you want to just draw those images and you're fast at writing, you can draw your images right now and look at your screen on a split screen if you've got that on a computer or 2 devices. And you can draw those out and submit those along with today's information to give us those 3-hour credits that you're getting today. And we will just go ahead and start with these terms so that we could potentially get out of here a little bit earlier due to the weather, the incoming weather. All right, so here we go. You might see this word called auxiliary. You can screenshot this. You can type this, whatever you want to do. You will not, you didn't get it, Valeria de los Santos did not get the email. I wonder if she got it.
Okay. I'll resend it to her.
She's going to resend it to you, Valeria. It's nail hand. It's 3 images of a nail. Okay, so we got auxiliary. And these are going to be those follicles under the arm. That's just a term that you may want to know. You bet. No problem. Sometimes I want to say Valeria, and I don't know why I do that. I know I sound like a dummy. Okay. All right, second term. You might see this term bilayers. Bilayers. And these are 2 layers of lipids that are flat sheets that form the barrier around and between cells. So if you see that word bilayers, it's 2 sheets of lipids. So you could just jot down real quickly 2 sheets of lipids. But I love Valeria. I think that sounds so pretty, but Valerie is pretty too. They're both. I've got options. Thank you. Those of you just now logging on, check your email for the 5 o'clock images that you're going to sketch. Sketch all 3. Don't just print them. Ceramides. Hopefully y'all can see this. These are glycolipids found between the layers of the skin that support the barrier function, which is our acid mantle. This is not a this is a term that you will hear within your in your lifetime, and it's not like one of those unusual terms. It's a term that you will actually hear more often. It's like, so it's a glycolipid found between the layers of the skin that support the barrier function. Marina and Taylor didn't get it either. You might resend it again. Maybe send it from that laptop there. You think?
Oh. Who didn't get it? Marina and
Taylor. Taylor and Marina, they didn't get it.
I sent Taylor hers personally.
Okay.
Marina didn't.
Collagen. Long, fibrous tissues that form protein in the dermis that gives firmness. And we'll be talking a lot more about collagen and elastin. One is thicker and one is thinner, but they're long fibrous protein that is found in the dermis to give firmness. And everyone is interested in collagen and elastin, everyone, because we all need to be, because that's where we get the wrinkles. That's why we want photofacials. That's why we want laser. That's why we want Botox. That's why we want all this stuff. So man, woman, child, older, younger, we're all interested in collagen and elastin. So we'll be talking more about that. Desmosomes, structures that hold cells together made of proteins. Structures that hold cells together made of proteins. Katie's working on that email. Elastin. So these are going to be the thinner of the two. Collagen is thicker. Elastin is finer in the fibrous texture. And they are formed in the dermis that give elasticity to the skin. So that stretch and return, that's elastin. So when you pinch your skin, if it comes back really quick, your elastin is good. If it's slow to return, like sometimes we see on the elderly, if it's slow to return, then you're lacking in elastin. State board question right here. I feel like I missed one. I did. Sorry. Did y'all see the bottom one? There we go. Melanin. State board question. So melanin has two branches, pheo and eumelanin. So pheomelanin, eumelanin. If it's eumelanin, the skin tone and hair tone will be more leaning more to the brown or the black tones. Did you try it again? If you have a break in between and you need to log off and then log back on to see if the email came through, you can do that in a couple of moments. Pheomelanin. These are going to be your red and your yellow tones, giving lighter hair color, lighter eye color. Pheomelanin. There's more red and yellow pigment in the melanin than the dark brown and black. Fibroblasts. So fibroblasts, these are cells that stimulate collagen and form proteins to aid in healing. Now, let me tell you about why a fibroblast is so important. If you, as we age, and if you want to go and get your chemical peels, what we're trying to do is trigger with the AHA, which are these chemical peels. What we want to do is trigger these fibroblasts and re-stimulate them so they can get the collagen and the elastin moving again. That's what's important about a fibroblast. So we are going in hoping to attack them and make them move. It's kind of like trying to get us to all exercise. It's like, please. So it's like we need something to energize those fibroblasts, and that's what those alpha hydroxy acids do. So those of you who know people who have had cataracts or maybe other aging issues, that is due to a process called glycation. And glycation, I'm going to read it from here. It's an elevation in blood sugar or glucose, the binding of protein molecules to that glucose molecule that results in non-functioning structures. And it's very age-related diseases such as cataracts or stiffening of arteries. So glycation. Now, everything I've been told about cataracts, if you have small children and you will put them in sunglasses from a very young age up until they're 18 years of age, the likelihood of ever having to have cataract surgery is like minimal. Probably would never have to have cataract surgery. So sunglasses are a huge help. So even for those of you who are young little whippersnappers, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, just stay in those sunglasses and you can reduce that chance of having to go through that. Another term that you may see on your state board. Now, I gave you the term earlier. It's called a papilla. This is the other term for papilla, papillae. So it's the same word as papilla. And if you saw it on a test and you said, Wendy never told us papillae. She only said papilla. Okay. And again, this is where we're getting the nourishment to the hair root that's going to keep hair alive and rejuvenating and going through the anagen, catagen, and telogen state. So we have a natural film on our skin. It's called hydrolipidic. It's a natural film that is oil and water balanced that protects our skin. So if someone if you wanted to utilize a little bit better term than acid mantle, this would be a great little term to use. Okay. Intercellular matrix. This is our lipid substances between the corneum cells, that outermost layer of the skin that protect the cells from water loss. So they're so flattened, and in between there are these lipids that are protecting from water loss. It's basically trying to hang on to as much moisture before it's shed. Has anyone checked their email to see if they've gotten it now? Taylor and Valeria, Marina. This might just be a repeat, so you don't necessarily have to write this one down if you don't want, because it's kind of a repeat. Langerhans. What these cells do is they go in and they sense unrecognized foreign invaders, and then they go in and they protect the skin from them. Perfect. Glad y'all got it. I saw a few of you log off, so that's great. You got it. A leukocyte is a white blood cell that has enzymes to digest and kill bacteria. So these are extremely important, especially during viruses like this. I was just reading an article on the news that maybe taking way too much vitamin D is not really a great idea. So be careful that you don't over abuse vitamin D tablets or antioxidants by taking too much. Leukocytes, white blood cells that have enzymes that digest and kill bacteria. And a lot of people don't know what lymph is. Here we go, lymph. Definitely something you'll see on y'all's board. Lymph, what it does is it nourishes the skin and removes waste, bacteria, and excess fluid. It's an infection fighter. It has infection fighters, which are called lymphocytes, mast cells, and macrophage cells. So all of those are in there just battling and removing waste and excessive fluid, infection, and it's nourishing the skin. And it's clear in color. Well, it's colorless. Kind of the thickness of blood, but clear. Yeah, Monica, I take it daily, especially through the coronavirus, because they were saying it really helps. But I did read that we can overdose on it. So we do want to be careful. And we're getting more sun now that it's summertime. So I think I was taking like 1,000 milligrams. So maybe dial it back a little bit if you spend a lot of time outside. I spend a lot of time outside during the summertime, but wintertime, you know, we're not getting that sunshine. Now, I want you to be able to pronounce the word, this next one, it's pronounced melanocyte. Even though it's melanin, it's melanocytes, and they produce melanin. Remember, we studied earlier, you don't have to write down germinal and basal if you've got that already in your previous notes, and they help protect from the UV rays. So you just know that a melanocyte, they are what produce the melanin. And then there's two forms of coloring in melanin, the dark and then the light. The dark is eumelanin, the lighter and red and yellow is pheomelanin that you just wrote down. Oh, Lynn, okay. Dr. Shiva says 1,000 milligrams. Okay. Maybe people were taking too much due to this COVID, and people were like freaking out and taking too much. Maybe that's what's going on. And then not only do we have the melanocytes, but we have the melanosomes, and they are they're the granules that actually carry the pigment. So melanosomes. Yeah, some people might have been eating that vitamin D like it was candy. So melanosomes, they're granules that carry pigment. Now, you've heard of people say T cells. Oh, your T cells, your T cells. We act like we know what people are talking about when they talk about these T cells. And now you know. They identify molecules that have foreign peptides, and they, regulate immune response. So these T cells are going to regulate how quickly everything responds to the immunity. So we want to have really good T cells. So they go in and they identify these molecules that have these foreign peptides. And then they say, let's get to work. Let's start responding. Oh, good. Glad you got it, Valedia. Perfect. I got 26 people back, so that's perfect. I am not going to pronounce this word because I do not pronounce it right, and I always have to look up the pronunciation. I have one of those little apps that helps me pronounce the word correctly. I know there's someone out there who can pronounce it. We always just say gag. Glycosaminoglycans, I believe is how we say it, but I'll give it a stab at it. This is GAG. These are your large protein molecules and water-binding substances found between the fibers and the dermis. They maintain collagen and elastin support in moisture. Now, let me tell you. So, every one of you who care about the collagen and elastin in your skin probably want to get some hyaluronic acid products. I have a tube of it at home that's just straight hyaluronic acid type of, product that contains hyaluronic in it. And I apply, it's a serum. Y'all can get it here at the school. Katie can always order it for you. And it's replacing and it's urging the elastin and collagen so it's a form of a gag. And it's going in there and it's helping bind that collagen elastin back together. So I think I've told some of you in my classes before, I've shared an image of chicken feet with you and how the collagen, if you take a collagen supplement, you could do that, or you could have a product that's applied to the skin. Oh my gosh, I just can't even tell you, the serum is so awesome. When y'all get into the campus, or if you want Katie to get you some, we can get you some. It is so good. I will bring it tomorrow and show it to you on the screen so you can see what it looks like. But I don't care if you're a hairstylist. I don't care if you're a physician. I don't care if you're a firefighter. Everybody needs this. So it really doesn't matter, but if we're taking a collagen supplement and we're applying this hyaluronic serum to our skin, and we're doing what's necessary, we can combat the aging process early. And some of you little chickadees who are so young, start this now. Don't wait like you are like me. And it will rejuvenate. And then get those AHA, alpha hydroxy chemical pills here at the school. Let the estheticians do that for you and practice. And get that microderm back there, and you'll just be in great shape. Give a treat to your family members to come in and get that done. And so knowing a little bit about this is really important. It's not just a term, a big vocabulary term that we all want to just, that I'm just spouting out at you. It's educating you about your own skin and your own health. So, I know I spelled this wrong. Hold on. I got to check my spelling on something. Sorry. I'm pausing for 1 second. I'm going to a glossary to see. Yeah, I spelled it wrong. Hold on. I knew I did. I thought, wow, I'm crazy. I'm just going to adjust this. Yeah. Had to make this U right here a Y. So here's the hyaluronic acid. So it's it's a Hydrophilic agent with a water binding property, and these are classified as GAG. So what these are going to do is they're going to go in there and stimulate collagen and elastin, keeping that firmness. And gosh, I'd like to put it all over my legs, but that's just gravity. As we get older, I know, Amy, I want all of it too. And I don't do enough for myself and take care of myself the way I should, to be honest with you. So do some research on this on your own. We probably all need to go to the store and get us a collagen supplement to take by mouth, or start boiling chicken feet like my friend does and making a gel. It's kind of a jelly substance, and take it by the tablespoon. You know, it comes from a cow, from bovine. So also on our legs and our arms, primarily legs, chest, and face, we get these broken capillaries, and it's damaged capillaries that turn to large blood vessels. Telangiectasia. So that's our technical term for the broken capillaries. Sometimes we see this around the eyes, the nose. We see it on the legs, around the ankles. And so those little broken capillaries, if we massage too hard on legs, down by the ankles and such, there I go again, and such, it can turn to a larger blood vessel. So be careful of any pressure or massage, vaporizer, which is a steamer, too hot of water baths and such, which I love hot baths. You know, avoid all strong pressure and stuff like that, because we don't want to burst those any worse and have them branch out into smaller and even more little broken capillaries. Oh, Sam, I don't know. I don't really have many secrets. I'm getting old. I need to start Botox. They say you should start it earlier. But if you can combat it with some of these products and collagen, we can keep that tissue firmness there and keep us from sagging. This is a very, very common term for the most of the world knows. So if you're young, just start learning it now. But it's transdermal water loss, and that is the acronym for it, TEWL. And this is the evaporation of water on the skin surface. I do not use retinol, and I should. I need to start doing all of that. I don't do anything to myself and take care of myself. My mother just wants to shake me, because she says, Wendy, it's going to catch up with me. I guess it's just called being too busy and working and children, and there's no excuse. We should all be taking care of ourselves. And I need a pedicure in a bad way. The dry skin around my cuticles is horrible. I need some oil around them, some good moisturizer. I need to exfoliate my heels really, really bad with a good exfoliator. COVID, all these weeks of COVID and all the changes we've gone through. Tyrosinase is an enzyme that stimulates the melanocytes and produces melanin. This is more of an esthetician terminology. It's very good. Word to know and to learn, especially for our esties. We only have 3 more. I should have given you a little warning on that before. Jessica, no pedicure. Oh boy, we can't wait to give you a pedicure. Oh yeah, I kind of do it myself too, but I did not do a very good job. I'm terrible at polishing. I have a light trimmer in my hand, and I just make a mess. Ooh, can't wait to treat Jessica. I like your little emoji with it. Tyrosinase. Okay, 3 more terms. We're moving along just perfectly. Estheticians, this will be on your test. You need to know the difference between the UVA and the UVB rays, which one is burning and which one is aging. All you got to do is remember UVA, A for aging, UVB, B for burning. So important to know those two differences. Nail technicians, you may come across some people who truly don't want to put their hands under those gel lights because that has some radiation light. And that is a different type of light. They're fearful that there could be some too much radiation on the hands causing those liver spots and those aging spots and such. So you want to be kind of you may have people that may want to complain that they don't want the gel nails because of that. So before you give a gel nail service, you might want to tell them, are you comfortable with your hands being put into a UV light to cure the gel before you do that? Because you wouldn't want to upset your client, not have them want to come back because you did that and they didn't know. But it's just like the microwave being next to fingerless gloves. That'd be great. I love the gel. I usually wear gel nails and on acrylics, and I haven't gotten to the salon to get it done. But I love the gel. I just love it. Or sunscreen, yes, perfect. And we have one more term, desquamation. That is the removal of the squamous dead skin cells. So what if you had a little menu of services and you said, I would love to get rid of your squamous dead, or you could just say squamous cells on your feet and on your heel. And I can do that through the process of desquamation by using a really nice exfoliator that has some hyaluronic acid in it too. Or I can apply a hyaluronic acid after the process. See how fun we can get with our menu of services by using some more upgraded terms and terminology rather to fluff up our website or fluff up our menu or fluff it up for our potential sales and services to our clients. So we can utilize this and make it fun, even though, you have to learn it. So this was a great deal of terminology in this chapter that we have now completed. And since we have just another second, and I'll end this just a little bit earlier, but since we have a little second, since that weather is coming in and all the teachers want to leave by 4, and all the students here, why don't I go ahead and give y'all the answers to that multiple choice that you did so that you can check your answers. Let me find my folder for tomorrow. Here we go. All right. And then if there are any of the questions, the answers to those state board questions that you did in your last hour, then y'all could ask me tomorrow and we could go over those if there's some that are kind of confusing. So I'm going to go ahead and give those to you. You can just list them. And this was the multiple choice again that you did that looked like this. And I'm just going to go ahead and give you the answers. And I usually like to use a word instead of the letter so that you can hear me correctly instead of thinking you heard D and then maybe I said B. So I'm going to use a word instead. Okay. All right. If you're ready, write these down. We'll start with number 1 and you'll just put the letter following the number. Number 1 is apple. 2 is dog. So D. 3 is dog. 4 is dog. 5 is dog. 6 is dog. 7 is dog. And 8 is dog. All D's. Numbers 2 through 8 are the letter D. like dog. Wow, that's crazy. Number 9 is boy. And guys, I've got to check on what the answer is to number 10. Wait, quality is notable about the stratum corneum. Should be thinnest, but I want to double check that one. These questions are so tricky. I want to double check it just to make sure. Sorry about that. That's number 10. I thought that was it. It is C, cat. Number 10 is cat. It's the toughest layer of the skin. And we did say it's toughest and it's waterproof. But I wasn't sure if it meant when it says stratum corneum, that's our thinnest squamous layer. So it's tough. So it's very, very tough. So that outermost epidermal layer known as the stratum corneum is the toughest layer. I'm going to write that down right here. Okay. Okay, 11 is cat. 12 is boy. Am I going too fast? If I am, perfect. Excellent. Okay. Y'all did good. I got a little bit turned around on that one. 13 is boy. 14 is apple. 15 is apple. 16, apple. 17, dog. 18, dog. 19, dog. 20, boy. 21, cat. 22, apple. 23, dog. 24, dog. 25, cat. 26, dog. 27, dog. 28, dog. 29, boy. 30, dog. 31, dog. 32, apple. 33, boy. 34, boy. 35, boy. 36, boy. And that concludes that. So you've got the answers to that key, and it would be wise for you to go over and just kind of browse those questions. And if you have a question about any of those that didn't make sense, or maybe the key could be wrong, or I could be wrong. I filled out my answers. I just skipped that one. And anyway, so let me know if you have any of that. You will turn in that list of answers to that study, and you can title it The Study of the Skin. You will turn in your 3 images of the nail that you're going to draw for me now, so that we can label those tomorrow. Does that sound good to everybody? Hopefully so. We're all doing good. Just moving along. Let's hang on for about 4 or 5 more minutes. I'll let you take a peek at that nail. Start logging out at 3:45 for me. But until then, stay online with me. You can log on and off to look at your nail images if you don't have a split screen, and you can start drawing that, so you can send that all to the BBS distance learning, if that sounds good. So I'm going to mute it for now. I will look and see. Ashley, you'll send that to okay, Mallory, no worries. Ashley, you're going to send it to BBS. Whoops, let me click on the BBS distance learning at gmail.com. So send all of those pieces. You get those 3-hour credits, including the nail structure that you're going to draw. Sketch those 3. That's fine, Marina. And let's see, what else did we have? We had the answer key, the nails, and then this morning, gosh, what was it this morning, everyone? I'm already forgetting. Let's see, that was our 9 to 11. Oh, that was, remember, it's these right here, the histology and the pictures and the labeling. So all of that information, send that in. So I've got that good little proof for you that you're right on with me and send all of it in one email. That way we don't have multiple emails. We can look through it, make sure that you got credit for each of those hours based on those assignments. And let's see, for the nail images that we are sent, don't label, just draw. Just draw. We will label together tomorrow and go through it together tomorrow because there's so many new people that I will do that work for you and do that in the morning with y'all at 9 o'clock. So skin notes, you just keep yourself. So just the little assignments that came to your email, and that's it. And y'all are good. We've got about 4 more minutes if you'll hang on, and I will check the chat box and see if y'all have additional questions. Otherwise, right now I'm just going to tidy up my folders to keep everything organized. Okay, for those questions from earlier, we're supposed to write the questions and the answer. Oh. Yeah. I hope, Emily, that you're still able to hear me, that you got that. Okay, good. Perfect. Wish I had my lipstick on for y'all. I'm sorry. On your end, I probably needed to freshen up. I'll just keep my computer on for another second while I get Katie to make sure we got the roll call. Katie? Wendi? You want to do roll call? Yeah. Okay.
Wow, I'm struggling.
Okay, everyone, y'all have a great, safe evening. If you're driving around or your cars are going to get in trouble, if there's some hail, protect it. And y'all have a wonderful evening. I'm going to end the live stream now. See y'all at 9 o'clock in the morning.